Hi, I'm Leslie,
And I'm Naya.
and we're from the Santa Barbara Middle School Teen Press, and today we have the honor to interview.
QT Luong.
Thank you so much for meeting with us.
Thank you for having me.
You traveled to 5 continents and 59 national parks to photograph. What would you say is the most important part of your job?
The most important part of my job is to try to take good pictures, so that I can share with others what I saw.
So, what is the most challenging part?
The most challenging parks, I think it has to be one of the wilderness parks in Alaska, because there's no roads you can drive to, there's nobody there, and some of the parks there's not even a trail inside. So you have to be totally self-sufficient, and it's far north, so it can get pretty cold there too.
And what's the favorite part of your job?
My favorite part of the job, there's actually two components. The first one is just being out in nature, so that I can experience those wonderful moments of connection. And my second favorite part is to share what I saw with others, and try to bring them some of the joys that I experienced.
Thank you. What measures will you take to get the perfect shot? Tell us about a particularly involved preparation to shoot a picture.
Well, I would say probably the most involved shots now they're the night shots, because it's dark, so it's difficult to see what's around. And often, unlike the shots in the day where you just use natural lights, in the night shots you often bring your own light, and you try to light things up, and you don't always see very well what you're doing, because it's dark and light is not very predictable.
What keeps you drawn to the outdoors?
It's I would say it gives me a sense of peace, of connection, and of beauty that I find it difficult to find in the built world.
After visiting all of the parks, can you tell us about one memory that especially stood out to you?
Well, there's many. I would say maybe that was when I visited Glacier Bay. Because when I took the picture of the iceberg that I showed during the presentation, by that time I'd been awake for almost 24 hours, but yet I didn't feel tired, and so I felt like in a maybe sort of alternative state of awareness.
Many of us are taking photography at our school. Is there any advice you would tell a photographer our age?
Yeah, I would say that at your age, the things you can do is to try to go out and take as many pictures as you can, because practice makes it perfect.
After such a giant project as the national parks, what's next? What projects are you working on or hoping to achieve?
So currently, I'm still actually working on the national parks, but I'm approaching them from a different angle, where I look more at the idea of the national park from a more conceptual point of view, more cultural point of view. And I was thinking about extending my project to do the national parks to visit the World Heritage Site of UNESCO. But the problem is that there's 1,000 of them, and then now I've a growing family. I've an 11-year-old son and a 12-year-old daughter, so it's not a very good time for me actually to travel too much. So it's kind of on hold for now.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for meeting with us. You did great tonight.
Thank you.